Hi everyone, in this video I'm just going to be attempting to draw with a biro pen or a ballpoint pen. So the pen I'm using in this video is actually a Bic round stick, I think it's called. I'll write the name in the description box below though. And the reason I wanted to give this a go is there's a couple of artists I follow on places like Instagram and things like that, and some of them have created some really incredible work just using a biro pen. Now it's not something that I would have ever considered doing myself, to be honest, because I've never really liked biros and I've just never thought of them as being something you could create art with. But I've seen some really incredible work recently. Specifically, I follow someone called Frank Cho. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description box below for those who want to check out his work. And he's got this really sort of beautiful way of just cross-hatching and shading his work. And I keep seeing that he's actually bringing a book out quite soon on his ballpoint drawings. And I think it's going to actually include some of his techniques, so I'd be really interested in getting that. And it just inspired me to sort of give it a go, really. So I'm used to drawing really tiny, so I tried to draw this head a little bit bigger than I would normally, just to improve my skills a little bit. I did draw this out in pencil first, so that I had a rough guide of where I wanted to draw. If I would have tried to just draw this face going in straight with a biro or any other pen for that matter, I would not be able to do anything personally at all close to this. I need a lot of guidelines, rough markings, things like that. So I think I actually spent about an hour, maybe even longer than that, just creating a sketch, which you could see at the beginning of the video before I started. And the idea was I would then go in with this biro to create the shading using a cross-hatching technique. And then I could always erase the pencil lines out afterwards. Although, to be honest, I think I probably forgot to erase them. But that was the idea. And a few things to note if you are new to using biros. I would keep a scrap of paper, which you can see on my right on the screen, for when the pen nib has a little bit of ink build-up. So instead of leaving little black dots on your page, you can sort of scribble them off on your paper. Now I didn't notice these happening all the time, but you can actually see them a little bit below the left eye into that shadow towards the nose, or sorry, her right eye, but our left. You can see a few sort of spots and marks where that actually did come off on my page. And the idea is that you're creating this shading or these values just by using lines. And once you've gone in one direction, you would go in again in the opposing direction, the opposite direction, to just darken it bit by bit. Then you might go another direction again. So I've started by going like diagonally up right, and then obviously opposing down left. And if you wanted it even darker than this, you can see I go up and down and also left and right. Hopefully that makes some sense what I mean by that. This is actually my first attempt at a biro drawing, or a proper biro drawing like this. So I am by no means an expert. But this was just me trying to get a feel for how it felt, you know, working with a pen like this. Seeing if I could almost mimic the way that Frank Cho actually creates or shades his work. But honestly, you should check out his stuff because it is absolutely incredible. That being said, I was actually really pleased with the way this turned out. It wouldn't have happened anything like this if I hadn't have created a sketch first. But as artists, we all know sometimes things don't work out. I think I spent over an hour sketching it and probably an hour and a half to 2 hours with a ballpoint pen. And I was looking at some of his pictures to actually see which pen he uses in them. And this Bic round stick pen seemed like one of the most popular ones he uses, or seemed like one of the more common ones that he uses. So I thought I'd order these, give them a go. They're only like £2 for a set of 8. I did order a few other cheap ones as well, but I decided to use this one on camera, give this one a test. You will notice as well that I don't go in and shade the hair, I don't define the hair. That would have probably taken me another couple of hours, which is fine, but to be honest, I don't know how to really shade hair properly with a biro pen, and I think I would have just completely ruined the piece and made it look really just scratchy and horrible. Plus, I thought it kind of looked cool even with just the outline of the hair, so I decided just to leave it at that. Although, as mentioned, I ordered these pens specifically because I'd seen Frank Cho using them. I couldn't actually tell if there was any difference between these and any other regular biro pen you would get, but seeing as I don't use them often enough, it's quite hard for me to compare. I might carry on using them and see if I notice any more differences, try a few other brands though. But that's it really. I just thought I'd record this process in case it turned out well, and I feel like it did. I thought that a biro pen would be quite an interesting one to try because it's not something I've done before, but if you can think of any other mediums you guys think would be cool to watch, then let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. Also, don't forget you can check me out on Instagram, DeviantArt, Facebook, other social media like that. I'll put links in the description box below the video. Thanks so much for watching.